And there's breaking news coming in at the moment. The latest that we are getting in right now is that the Pakistan terrorists have been recognized, and sources are telling Wion that Pak terrorists responsible for the Pulwama terror attack have been identified as Rashid Ghazi and Kamran. They are the main commanders of terror group Jaish-e-Mohammed. Both are believed to be in and around Tral and are the men who trained the attacker Adil for the terror attack. Sources also say that Ghazi is said to have fought in Afghanistan. He was handpicked by JAM chief Masood Azhar. The motive of the attack was to avenge the death of Masood Azhar's nephews. Ghazi is believed to be an IED expert. So that's some big news that we are getting in right now from our exclusive sources, that Pakistan terrorists responsible for the Pulwama terror attack have been identified as Rashid Ghazi and Kamran, and the main commanders of terror group Jaish-e-Mohammed. Both are believed to be in and around Tral and are the men who trained the attacker Adil for this terror attack. And to bring us the latest on this news story, I'm now joined in by our correspondent Ishan Vani, who joins me live from Srinagar. Let's quickly go across to Ishan. Ishan, this is some big news that is coming in as far as the identities of these two terrorists are concerned. Tell us more about them.
Well, his sources are indicating to us that Abdul Rashid Ghazi, who had entered Kashmir Valley in December, and he was the brain behind this particular attack. That's what the sources have told Wion. They are saying that apart from Ghazi, he was accompanied by two other people who came and infiltrated into the Indian side from the line of control and was residing in Pulwama. Remember, in that month only, Jaish-e-Mohammed released a picture of Ghazi saying that he is someone who has fought in Afghanistan and was a war veteran. After which the forces had launched a manhunt to nab him down, because he's someone who is an expert in making an IEDs, because locally you wouldn't see people who can make IEDs. So he is the person and the brain that the security forces believe is behind this particular big attack. Remember, he has been, so according to sources, he was handpicked by Jaish-e-Mohammed chief Masood Azhar to carry out this particular attack in the South Kashmir after his two nephews were killed in different gun battles in Kashmir Valley. Now remember, this had alerted security agencies soon after his report emerging that he had come and made his base in Pulwama district, where he was tasked to train all these local militants, because they are not able to cross across from the line of control. So security forces are indicating that he may be very well be that person who is a brain behind this particular attack.
Right. Ishan, also that the fact that Rashid Ghazi has been, now there is information pointing to the fact that he has fought in Afghanistan. Does that establish the Pulwama attacks linkage with the Taliban?
Well, as you know that in Afghanistan, they are trained to make these IEDs. We remember how the strategic highways in Afghanistan have come under attack of IEDs, and the Taliban is known as an organization for carrying out these deadly attacks on the vehicles of security forces, be it the NATO or be it the US troops who are deployed there. At the same time, we have seen a similarity between that and this particular attack, although the sources are also indicating that the RDX was used in this particular attack. So there may be a link between that particular thing, that Ghazi is someone who is an IED expert. At the same time, the sources are indicating they are trying to read between this particular video which was released of Adil and his picture, because two different angles, the same picture where Adil has beard, and there is one other picture where he does not have beard. So there is a study going on around that thing also, that when was this video recorded, and later on, because in the picture you see clearly Adil has a beard, and in the video Adil does not have. So that study is ongoing, and yes, correctly, as you correctly pointed out, because IEDs is something which is not unknown to the people in Afghanistan, and the casualties that the American troops have suffered due to these IEDs, and maybe the same policy is being applied in the Kashmir Valley as well because of Abdul Rashid Ghazi. It has been since the day the security forces received an intel that he is in Kashmir Valley. There was a manhunt to nab him down and track him down in Kashmir Valley.
Right, Ishan, also there is talk of the motive at the moment, which was to avenge the death of the two nephews of Azhar's nephews that we are speaking about right now. It will be important to actually delve into a bit of background out here.
Well, remember his two nephews, including Talha, was killed in different encounters in Kashmir. This happened after there were sniper shots being fired at the security forces, and those two were with precisions, and they were being shot in their head. Soon after that, we saw that security forces feared many casualties, but sources in the police had back then indicated that they will soon nab them down. Remember, his two nephews were tasked to carry out these particular operation, and were carrying M15 rifles, which again is linked to the Afghanistan. These specialized weapons were here, and the police had then later on seen these weapons around that particular place where the encounter took place. Remember, their pictures carrying that particular weapon were also viral on social media and were put out by the Jaish-e-Mohammed. And soon after that, including the poster that Jaish-e-Mohammed released, there was written that they are going to avenge the killing of Talha and his another nephew. And so, to put it in perspective, yes, Rashid was someone who was an Afghan war veteran and had fought in Afghanistan and was handpicked to carry out these attacks.